Hey, what's up, you guys? Snuff here, and I have another story time for you guys today. Today, we're going to be talking about a story that happened to me recently, probably a week ago from whenever I post this story up. This is a story of my little journey to the mall. To give you guys a little context of the story, my boyfriend asked me this day in particular to come to the mall and meet him so that I can pick up a gift that he got me. This was planned way ahead of time, and I planned to get to the mall around about 6-ish o'clock. I don't know. Just know that I had a time planned ahead. And basically, my dilemma with getting there was that I didn't have a Metro card on me at hand. For those of you who don't live out here, for all modes of public transportation, post heavy coronavirus cases, everyone outside needs to pay a fee to go from place to place, like public transportation, right? I didn't have my Metro card on me. My other one ran out of money. So I went to the usual place where I go get it. But when I got there, they said they were all out of $11 Metro cards. Now, the reason why I didn't just buy the $22 one that they had was because, one, I only had $20 in cash on me. And the reason why I say in cash is because the only way you can get a Metro card, literally your only means of transportation if you don't have a car, from the store is if you have cash to pay it with. So I couldn't take $2 out of the bank because the most amount of money you can take out of my bank is $20, and I didn't really have that much amount of money in my account to be taking out loosely like that. If I did, I probably wouldn't have sweated it so much. But in my mind, I'm thinking there's a gas station. There was two gas stations down the block from where I got this, and a CVS along the way. I figured they must be selling Metro cards. Growing up by where I lived out here in New York, I always was able to get Metro cards from even the smallest places, delis, gas stations, CVS. So I just figured, oh yeah, I can get one from here. So first I went and stopped by CVS. I waited on the line. Well, I was waiting on the line, and there was this guy that had this shopping cart on the line, but I didn't realize it was a shopping cart because I wasn't paying attention. And I stand on the line, and he's like, oh, I'm in line. And he cuts ahead of me. He has this big ass cart of candy. And I'm like, okay, sir. And then he's like, oh, it's fine. You could go first. And he looked like he had an attitude a little bit, but then he was like, anytime, buddy. So I go ahead of him in the line, and I asked the lady, hey, do you sell Metro cards here? She's like, no, but she tells me the location of where I just came from and says that they sell Metro cards. And I was like, oh, I already tried there. It's fine. So then I go even further down the block. I'm getting late at this point for meeting up the time I was originally planning to meet up with my boyfriend. So I go down the block and I go into the gas station, and then I ask the lady in there, I'm like, oh, hey, do you guys sell Metro cards here? Because all gas stations sell Metro cards. That's just a well-known thing out here. And I just figured that they would have one, but lo and behold, they did not. And if they did, I wouldn't be telling the story otherwise. I was like, okay. And then the lady in there was like, maybe you can try across the street, that gas station. And at this point, I was very heated because I was late and I didn't have any other way of getting to the mall. And I was getting impatient. And on my way to the other gas station, I saw a woman that looked like one of my childhood friends that lives nearby that area. So I was like, oh my God, that's her. And I in my head, I told myself mentally, I was like, I'm gonna go tap her after I get out of the gas station and to say hi to her, you know? And it looked like she was with her little brother, but it looked exactly like her. And she didn't have a mask on, mind you. She did not have a mask on at all. But I went inside of the gas station, and in my head, it pretty much went down like this, because you guys already know that they didn't have a Metro card in there. Welcome to your stereotypical gas station. My name is Bailey Bales. How may I help you? Listen, miss, I'm not in the best of moods right now. So can you please tell me if they have a fucking Metro card in here, please? I tried and I tried, 10 different stores and they don't have one. So please tell me you have one here. Oh no, sir. We don't sell Metro cards here anymore. Who doesn't have a Metro card in a gas station? What the fuck? What is going on here? Have mercy on me, sir. I have turtles at home. It's not your fault, ma'am. It's not your fault. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll just try another store. I'm sorry to have bothered you. Well, have a nice day. Have a nice day too. After finding out again that there were no Metro cards at all in a freaking gas station, I go back outside and I'm like, maybe talking to my friend for like a split second can lift up my mood a little bit. So I go up to this woman and I tap her. She turns around. It is not my friend at all, and then I freak out. Hey, cat. Oh shit. Sorry, I thought you was someone else. I'm sorry, ma'am. Yeah, uh-huh. After she gives me like that death look, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I did not mean to do that. And I like rush off, and I was supposed to go the other way, like to get on the bus, or try to get on the bus. I just felt too awkward to go back that way. But then I thought of an idea. I was like, hey, they don't have a Metro card here, but maybe they have change. And I go back into gas station that I just came out of, and I asked, after finding out a fucking gas station doesn't have change, which is beyond me, I walk down the block and further, and I'm just like, what am I gonna do at this point? I walk into this random store, and I'm like, hey, dude, do you have a Metro card? And he's like, no. And I'm like, well, do you have some change that I can split up so I can get on the bus? He was like, oh yeah, I have that. And I was like, it was useless asking someone who was in an alcohol shop if they had a Metro card, but I was desperate at that point. But you guys get it. I got my hands on some change finally, and I was able to get on the bus. Now, the story does not end here. When I got onto the bus, everything's normal or whatever. This lady with me got, like, with a stroller got on the bus, and everyone was, like, standing, and the bus was a little crowded. And then I look over to my right, and I see a man that looks like he's like dead. He literally looks like piss, drunk, or dead. Like I'm convinced that was a dead man. And I got on the bus and I'm looking around and I'm like, hey, there's a person that is literally passed out here. Is nobody gonna do anything? Everyone's just minding their own business, looking at this like it's normal, like nobody's paying attention to this man. I find that very like annoying because low key, I feel like if the roles were reversed and if that was a woman passed out on the bus, people would make a little bit more of an effort to, wake her up. But that's just me. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, they just left this man just laying there, and I guess that's the thing with New Yorkers. We're all raised to like ignore stuff like that. But like for me, I'm the type of person when I see something like that, at least like I picture myself in that person's shoes, and seeing that person passed out, I was like, what if that was me? I would want someone to help me. Literally no one was helping this guy. So I was like, I at least have to try something. So then I go to shake the guy, and this is how it went down. She's sitting there shrugging her shoulders. I'm like, man, this is serious. This man could probably be dead. But since I didn't want to pry too much into his business or his world or whatever, I didn't want to make a big deal out of it because I was already having a crazy day and I wasn't trying to make it even crazier. To show you guys that I'm literally not even joking about the position, like the position this man was in, he looked like he was in so much pain and I felt so bad. Like, this is not okay. I took a picture. No, that I'm not lying, but like, so you can see for yourself and see how ridiculous it is. And I took it right when everyone got off the bus already, and I was like, it was nearing like the last stop. But I took a picture and I was like, oh my goodness. But here you guys go. This is the man. This is him. He was literally laying like this and nobody was helping him. Literally. My hope is that when he got off the bus, or like when the bus came to his final stop, maybe the bus driver went to go wake the guy up or called an ambulance or something. I don't know. That was pretty scary though. After I got off the bus, I got to the mall, we met up, I explained the whole story to my boyfriend, and he was just... I told him about the guy passed out on the bus, and he's like, why didn't you just leave him alone? You don't mess around with other people's stuff. I was like, what do you mean? The story pretty much ends there. That was a quick and short one for you guys today. If you guys have any suggestions of what you would like to see, please leave a like and comment below. And also remember to like and subscribe this video if you want to see more videos on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Nas the King, and goodbye.
GGS. I got a tree style, I got a tree style, I got a tree style, I got a electricity. Shorty be feeling to see me. Niggas be watching my moves like a TV. They be talking about thinking I be me, I got a electricity. Shorty be feeling to see me. Niggas be watching my moves like a TV. They be talking about thinking I be me, I got a make it to this bag. If he talk, I'd put one in his hat. I put a beam on my fucking tag. Don't talk on my name unless you put her in respect. Like, baby, don't trip, you'll be fine. Gripping your waist when I head from behind. Grinding, I'm on the incline, so I never switch to the day that I die. You talking blocks, we spinning that. Don't you know I was be spinning back. But talking hot to me, not with a fitted cap. Get hit with a brick, I ain't talking crack. Finna go cop me as if then I'm flipping that. Know that I'm flipping that. One of my bills be blue, yeah, I'm into that. Ain't playing, I'm speaking fast. Shorty be feeling to see me. Niggas be